Shareplay. 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 Shareplay.
Hello folks and welcome to the stream. We are back with CCE solo queue and we're going to go straight into our first game. It is already kicked on off and we have got a stacked lobby for you in this one here. And make sure that we've got the game audio, which I may or may not have forgotten in one of the games last week's, but we'll have a quick look and see where fighting is kicking off. And it seems like it's already a little bit of a fight right now over here with Genesee 1 and Clone up against Reaps, Merc, and Looter. Reaps on the Octane. Getting peppered with some Fuse Knuckle clusters. And it's something we might see a little bit of right now because one of our legends banned in this game right now is Mad Maggie. So there is not going to be any Mad Maggies in here. We might see some Fuses as Team 9 and Team 1 have both gone down. We're also still seeing some fights elsewhere as well. I've jumped on board with the get back on Team 17 as Lucia has gone down. Sorry about that, folks. Headed over to the wrong team as Merc is now going to be hit by an Axel ult. He's going to be shot out the sky on Bloodhound. Merc, what legend are you playing right now? Some lovely shots from Reaps though coming in from afar, and they're now going to hit the Altar ultimate, bouncing just on back to here. It's not very far. Is now going to hide in the corner. They've got the overflow. Swings around that corner and gets the knock with the alternator onto Clone. Was caught completely out. Caught out by the shots from that alternator. There's only 2 bullets in the barrel left. Or in the bag, at least. As Lucia is going to do what they can to try and hold them off. And swinging on through. It's going to be Genesee who gets knocked, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. 1CRI does finish off the fight. And a little bit of a messy fight there for Team 11. But they come away with the win as we bounce over, have a little look at the map. And there is going to be fighting up. Fnatic, Marius, first to get down from team number 12. I'm actually repping the Fnatic jersey right now. So I'm sure that you'll like that, Marius. What you won't like, however, is getting down. And that is what Didek has also done. And it's all up to its Ketchup to get out of here safe and sound. Team 13 taken down by Genesee in the kill feed. And Zyro is now going to be moving on up, using that Fuse ultimate to try and get some damage. Unfortunately, there wasn't anybody there, so a little bit of a waste of an ultimate. There is, however, a respawn coming on in. That is probably going to be team number 7, who are just nearby. You've also got team 5, team 3, and team 12 also in the action, so they need to be a little bit careful. As Curse has got a kill. Jans and 1K from Team Heretics. Jans has been taken on down. This is not ideal, as Griller is going to get some shots from afar. 1K is going to push on in. Knows where they are, courtesy of that Seer passive. Hits the Q, knows exactly how much damage you need, and it's really not very much. 1K getting the kill. Already 6 assists right now. 3 going on to Jans and 4 to our lobby leader, Griller. We bounce on back on over to this fighting over here, and Team 3 are in an engagement. They jump onto high, and LCG Pante does get knocked. Down the zip line does go Avoski. Gets the knock and the finish. Team 5 out of this lobby. They're going to have to hit a quick reset, however, because as you can see, fade away. Nico and Paulino are nearby. They popped the Conduit ultimate. They're now up onto the height as a Sparrow ultimate does get expended from the team on the inside, trying to stop any type of push from the height. Team 7 still looking for this one right now. And 2 batteries, courtesy of the Alter passive. So Paulino will not be too mad about that, as they are now going to hit that Nexus. Rotate their way into the zone. Let's have a little look at the map, folks, and see what's happening. It does seem like fighting is currently in action. Team 15 are trying to get their way out of this. However, Team 16 are following up. Trying to figure out where the Wraith has gone. Not able to figure that one out. But there is going to be another team nearby. Chef's trying to hit them with the Seer Tactical even. Instead, we'll use the Noob Tube to get a little bit of damage. It's going to be Team 2 that they are up against. Red, S2, and Easy. 44 damage there with the Hemlock, and they're going to be using the Axel Q to try and move on up. They're doing just that, and now a lot of damage gets put onto Red. They're going to put a defensive ultimate out, trying to do any type of damage to stop the push. They're going to be able to get the revivers. 1K is getting more knocks in the feed.
Let's go that way.
Looks like there's just 1 player left remaining in that fight up against 1K. As I'm doing this by myself here, the folks, I don't have the minimap alongside me, so I can't tell you. Can't as easily move on over, but 1K does take out Team 8, and it looks like 16 are going to be rotating their way away. Meanwhile, Team 3 and Team 7 in an engagement advantage has to be to Team 3. 3 purple shields to the hands of Bubblegum, Avosi, and 4. And some lovely shots there. Nikas gets taken down by the Sparrow's Hemlock. Swinging on through. R99 in hand. Paulino goes down. 1 player left remaining. I believe that's going to be Fade Away, who's just doing what they can to try and schmoove around this building, but it is not going to be enough. Fade Away taken on down. Our new kill leader is going to go to Avoxy. And we're down to 6 squads left remaining. That might not be for long, though, because Team 16 have got their eyes on some nearby players, including Team number 2, who are going to be trying to get some shots down onto the fuse on the low ground. S2, 120 damage, and the finish comes in there from Red. They're going to use that Axel ultimate, tactical to try and move their way on up. Red is getting aggressive, and an ultimate has now been put out, trying to hunt for the players. They can see them just beneath, and it looks like they might well have been able to get the revive onto this as well. Zyro has got revived, is back onto the feet, but does not have much in the way of shields. We're back on board with Easy with the Sentinel on the height. And they are starting to see players. Meanwhile, there is a Valk squad moving on away. You can see there Riot, Chef, and Zyro. And it's going to be Genesee and co who are going to land onto them. You've got to be careful, Team 16 here, because Team 11 are right around this corner. And Genesee has got a Devotion with a turbocharger. And oh my god, Clone and Genesee teaming up to take down Chef. They thought they got out of this one. Unfortunately, straight into the hands of a team that evac towered, or I'm sorry, Valk ulted on top, or just to the side of them. Clone is going to pick up that kill, though. Team 11 have got to be careful, though, because they might well be caught out, because Team 16 will be looking to come up behind them. Sorry, Team 16 have just been taken down. And Team 11 are looking to take them out. To the height goes Genesee, and Genesee with that Devotion in hand takes down Riot. And right now it is an absolute riot for this team. 3 kills to Genesee, 4 kills to Clone, and 1 to one Kree, who's going to take down Red. 1 player left remaining, or 2 players now, and it's going to be easy. The team has come in from the other side, and now it's just up to S2, who's going to be looking to try and get back through the walls. And it's going to be a tough rotate here for team number 2 as a solo. 4 squads left remaining. Team 16, a solo. Team 2, a solo. It's going to be Team 3, who are going to be picking up a red bin. And we currently have got our kill leader, Avoxy, hitting that lovely mythic. What are they going to pull? That is the question. It's going to be Kraber, R9, R9, and a Mozambique. That is absolutely disgusting. Who's going to be picking up the Kraber? It's going to be 4. Oh my gosh, I am excited right now. For those of you that are unaware, 4 went on an absolute tear last week with Kraber, Mozambique. And now he's got a gold Mozambique, and a Kraber. I think I've got to stay on board with this team. Well, we'll jump over to Team 11 because they are trying to kill the solo here of S2. And S2 now hiding in a corner, waiting for somebody to drop down on in. Somehow has not been seen. This is wild right now. Actually, they have opted to hit a Valk ult. I think he thought it was the full team. It was just the Valk solo ulting to try and find out where they were. Well played there from team number 11.
Care package over there.
As team 3 have got that Kraber. And team 16 have not got any banners. They don't have a crafter. And it's really a hope that they can play for second at this point.
We should defend here. Trust me.
Back on board with 4, though.
Making contact with enemy.
Just missing with that first shot. Don't worry. He has got a lot more. An infinite ammo Kraber right now. 4-4. As now, it looks like he might well have spotted out that solo. Four. Just moving around, healing on up. Doesn't want to overpeak. I think they know here that they have got a lot of kills. There's no point in them just trying to go kill a solo and throwing their game. Especially when you got Team 11 as a full 3-stack on the other side looking at you. Back on board with 4 now. They're moving their way over to the middle. They know in order to win this game, they've got to take down the full 3-stack. That is what they're aiming to do right now. 4 enemies scanned. They're using that recon beacon, courtesy of the Sparrow attack, as Avoxy is now going to move on up. Currently on the Sparrow. With R99 in hand, it's a Fuse ult, which is going to stop any type of push, as 4 is now in this as well. And Avoxy has gone down. Genesee taking them down with the Devotion in hand. Tries to go with the quick scope. Doesn't need it, though, because he's got the Mozambique. Meanwhile, the Solo gets hit with the Kraber. The Solo is out. We're down to our final 2 teams left remaining. And it's up to 4 with this Kraber, with one of the players out. Avoxy, the kill leader in the lobby. And now they're going to use the tactical to go on back. Gets to finish onto 1 Kree. And Genesee is down as well, which means it is just Clone left remaining. 4 looking to find that final player. Bubblegum is also on the hunt as well. It is just Clone here left in this one. Sorry that we're getting the Wraith audio bug where you can hear her cue still. Hopefully it'll disappear before this final fight kicks on off. Here we go. And it does look like 4 is going to stick the revive. Just about gets into the zone. My gosh. Stressing me out here, 4. But Avoxy, welcome back into the action. Lovely to have you back in. Bubblegum has now found out where Clone is. It's going to be coming that to the teammates. And unless something goes absolutely horribly wrong, or Clone goes utterly nuclear, you do have to say this is a dead cert 3 win. We're gonna get back on board with Bubblegum. Even Bubblegum is gonna close this one up. The beacon came down. It was not to be. Team 3 come away as your champions, deservedly so, with a lovely 16 kill W. Not to be overlooked by the 12 kills in second place from Clone, Genesee, and 1. So we're gonna have a look and see. Go back over finally to myself very briefly. We said hello. Said I've got the Fnatic shirt on tonight. I do indeed. The jersey repping the Fnatic roster. Obviously didn't have the best LGS league, but we did have a Fnatic fan or player even, who knows, in the lobby today, and we'll have to see how they did as we go over to our latest match. So we're gonna boot that up and show you exactly how it is looking, and this is how we currently stand with Pixel and Pixel Bubblegum, Roxy, and 4 coming out as your winners in that one there. They did a great job taking that one away with a 16 kill W, 3,500 damage, and it's going to be Jans who actually though comes out as your damage leader with 1440 damage. 5th position they went out in with 11 kills. Jans doing a good job from the EMEA region, and hoping that they are going to have a wonderful LAN over at the EWC. Overall, 4 was your kill leader of that game, and we're going to go bounce over to see how the overall stats are looking. Obviously, I have not been here for the first set of the games, so I've not been able to see what we're currently seeing, but at the moment, it does look like Eddie is currently leading. I think that this might potentially be a touch outdated. So I'm going to find out what is happening with that, and we'll hopefully be able to get that one sorted for you very soon. But back on board with myself, it looks like we've got our next lobby already starting to fill, which is great. So I'm going to jump into that one. And we're going to get some slightly different names, which is great to see. We've got a lot of people in the queue today. If you are interested in playing along, CCE.GG. Go play. Come join. All you need to do is log in using your Discord, using your Apex account, whether that is on Steam, EA, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. We want you to come and play in the CCE queue, because there's some money up for grabs, folks. There is a chance for you to go away with a lovely $100 after the first couple of days. This is $1,000 this weekend's action is going to be in total that we're giving away, and we want you to make sure that you're in the money. So sign yourself on up, cce.gg. We wouldn't be able to give away that money, however, if it wasn't for a few people. One of them is you guys, because we have got in order to sort of play, you can play this for absolutely for free if you so wish. But if you sign up to the premium, you are more of a chance to go away with money. You also get priority in queues and some other awesome stuff as well. So make sure that you sign yourself up to premium as well over at CCE. But also, you can see scrolling down the bottom right now, we've got some wonderful sponsors. Obviously, Shareplay, our streaming partner, who you saw at the very beginning of the stream. They've got their Play Bowl coming up later this year. I'll be hitting you with some ads about that as we go through the course of this evening. But also, we've got the amazing Mojang and their incredible controllers. I've got one right here. I might whip it out at some point to show off some admin cam. But for now, I'm going to hit you with a small ad break, sponsored by the incredible folks at Mojang and their incredible Blitz 2 controller. And we are straight back into our next game, folks. And it does look like we are potentially getting a little bit of an early scuffle as Team 18 look to try and get a little bit of aggressive. And we have got our winner from the comp queue on Sunday and Monday, Eddie, in the chat. Eddie, lovely to have you here. Last week was repping the tag, looking for e-girls. No longer has that in his name. Obviously managed to find some due to that incredible performance, which was fully deserved, Eddie. Lovely to have you playing again. They were very close to Team 9, who have now they're now making their way down towards Echo, or Ceto Station even. And as you can see, we are also getting some fighting up here towards the trenches. And it's going to be Team 4 who are pushing up, and they have got the armor advantage. Wraith with the massive shots, 60 damage, and there's now going to be a Crypto. 1k. No longer playing with Jans in this lobby. His teammate from Team Heretics and gets the knock. Brilliantly done there, coming in from Kinskim. One player left remaining. They are looking for them. It's just, I love Austrian painters. My lord. Bangalore may well have to bunker on down here as the last player and just hope that they survive. They are being hunted, however, and there's a wingman in 1K's hands. Gets 45 damage. Not quite hitting from afar. But you've got Kinskem, who has now hit the jump pad is now going to fall on down. Bangalore. I don't think there's very long left for you to survive here, my friend. Arcstars are now going on out. They know exactly where this player is. And they are going to finish them off, no doubt. There they go. Kinskem taking down Team 19. 3 kills go to the Wraith. Meanwhile, we jump over to what looks like a pretty hectic fight, as we've already lost down 2. Dio Brado and Draken taken on down. Team 17 are still in an engagement, however. And it's going to be Eddie and co, who have pushed on through. Team 18 now with the Mad Maggie. Not banned in this one, but a Wraith ultimate with the phase bubble in tow. And it looks like they are going to be able to get on out, as actually Team 8 have been able to get the revive onto Dio. Draken was trying to crawl on by, but they have been spotted out by that Seer. Octane pads are out. Yellow taken down just up to Dio Brando, who's doing what they can. Oh my gosh, Dio. Just a slither of HP and down they fall. 16 squads left remaining. Team 18 pick up some kills. We get down to the bottom. It's Team 11. Have left Jurassic, pushing over into the pylon. And they end up taking down one of the players, 2 of the players, and get caught out from behind. A third party comes out. I'm sure the Wraith is screaming right now as they are running from Team 14. It's going to be Paulino, Fadeaway, and Neil Caffrey. Not able to break that door, and as they swing around that corner, the Wraith is doing what they can. Unfortunately, the Volt Spray is just too good. Just doing just enough, because Paulino went down to 5 HP there. Actually insane. Meanwhile, up by the mill, Team 7 and Team 1 are in an engagement, and it's going to be Den Pride with Raze and Nightsy. Den Pride is now being taken down by a Sparrow Ultimate and the Maggie Q, and gets hit by the Maggie Ball. Heartbreaking there, as Jans and Nono are now going to be looking to try and take down the remaining players. We go bounce on up to Jan's POV, who's taken down Raze. 1 player left remaining. Reloads the RE45, but it's the teammate of whatever your name is, who takes down the final player. And it now looks like there is actually a third party coming on out. It's going to be Team 9 of Red, S2, and Noisy Boy Riot. And Red, on that Revenant, is now climbing up onto the height. Sky Nades coming on out onto Red, as S2 is now being shot at as well from the side. And this is a really good defensive display from the team right now. Issue is there are some shield swaps on the height. And now the player who just got revived, instantly taken on down, as S2 is also taken extremely low. Jans and Nono, these are 2 extremely talented players. And if you're looking for 2 players that could 2 versus 3, I wouldn't put it against them. Nono, though, is being shot and is now going to be having to bat. Skynades being put out, as it's now going to be that Revenant who drops on down. Red cracks all of his shield, and now they take down S2. The Mirage taken down, and as I said, this is 2 incredibly talented players. They have got the potential to clutch up a 2 versus 3, and it's exactly what they're doing. No, does get taken on down. They swing on round that corner with the RE45, and Jans clutching up for the team. Team 9 taken out of this game. And we're down to our 9 players, 9 squads even, left remaining. We have a little look at the map and see where we are heading to. And Team 7 have got a stellar position, I can't lie right now. They've got the opportunity to move up into checkpoint area, where I actually... There's a chance. This might well actually end up in checkpoint. Team 18, Team 4. Nobody currently has got the ring scan for me. So they're doing good. But Team 4 and 14 do look like they are going to be the next ones to engage. And it is going to be Jan's teammate from Team Heretics. 1K. He's managed to get some good damage with the wingman. Unfortunately, they get shot on back, lose all their shield, and into the drone they go as they pop a battery. Back up onto full health now as the Crypto is just going to see that team disappear. I think for now, we look at the map, and they are going to be dipping. I say that. Team 7 and 3 are in an engagement. Straight onto Jans, who clutched up in that last fight. And they're going to be going up against Keys, Ketchup, and Didek. Keys trying to find some shots, waiting for somebody to poke their head out. Nobody doing so just yet. And now Keys is going to jump into that rift and is going to be looking to rotate his team away from this fight. I don't mind this move. The problem is you're going straight across the open, and by using that Wraith Q so early, it just means that you get put out straight in the open. Wasn't able to get to cover early enough, and Ketchup and Didek are now going to be having to use that grav cannon. Meanwhile, straight in front of them, there is going to be another team right now. This is wild right there. Ketchup. That movement was insane. They're using the Octane portal into the grav cannon to basically move across the whole map right there. Utterly insane. As now K1 is going to be looking to try and hunt down these players. Into the Crypto drone they go. Trying to get the scans onto them. And now they have noticed that there are players up on the height. Looking on down, and Fade Away gets taken down. Getting the finish onto Fade Away as well, as now Jans potentially in a fight up against 1K very soon. Is now going to be moving his team on up, using that Wraith portal, dropping it down. They're just waiting to see if anybody comes by, but Funny Face gets taken down, and it's going to be Kinskem. Kinskem, who is having an absolute incredible day right now. 7 kills already. And now Kinskem is going to be having to hit the Wraith portal as well. 6-7. Also taking down a streamloader. They have to drop the portal, but they fall to Nono's Hemlock. 1K is going to be back up onto this, but they have now been aggressed upon. It's just up to 1K, who is going to hit the Crypto ultimate to try and take away some of the damage, but a Wraith Q's on in and finishes them off. It's going to be V4S Vass taking them down alongside AJ and CJ. We look at the map, and you can see that currently on board with Team 12, they are being overlooked by Team 7 with Team 15. Also at CISO Station, looking at them. It is not a good position, and potentially Vass is going to have to do some insane things with a Wraith portal, and that's exactly what's happening now. But they got micro-droned. The Wraith portal gets cancelled. Now eventually pops it off. Into the portal they go, and now hits the grav cannon. I think quite smartly putting down a arc star to stop any type of push, but you're going into round 3. This is not a survivable zone for you. Puts down an evac tower and actually has noticed that there is an Octane jump pad ahead of him, so there is a chance they could use it just like the other team did. Instead, have put the evac tower down, and they, I think, are going to have just enough time to get this one off. Jan's taking down CJ in the meantime. CJ out of this one for now. And they are going to be able to get that rotate off. AJ has also managed to do so. They are split as heck. Meanwhile, we are going to be able to see that this is going to the checkpoint area. And everybody is making their way up towards it. Team 18 and Team 3 are fighting as Team 12 are getting landed upon. And do they have a Valkyrie? They don't have a Valkyrie. It looks like Valkyrie might well have been banned in this lobby. So for now, they are going to be safe. However, the teammate might not be. AJ has seen them. And goes for the shots, interestingly. May just be trying to draw fire for the teammate. I don't mind that in the slightest.
Listen, let's move that way.
As Jans is now going to be moving the team up. 9 kills for Jans. Most damage in the last game. And I think that was... Just only we're going to go over. Team 7 and 14 are now in a fight. Fadeaway, Pablino, and Neil Caffrey up against Watermelon, Niaz, and Zawu. Watermelon obviously was just revived or just taken down very low. And now the Conduit Ultimate. Placed down by Zawu, trying to stop any type of push from coming, and they are getting some ticks from that. And right now, they've actually done a great job of holding this one away. Meanwhile, we go over to Keys, who has been taken down. Did get one in return onto Eddie. Unfortunately, Keys, at this moment, doesn't look like they're going to be able to get back on up into full health. They are now into the building as they're getting looked at with CJ and the duo just around the corner. They have been spotted, though, so Vass is going to have to jump into the queue. Players on the interior. Jumping on down Vass. Lovely shots with the R99. Manages to take down Ketchup and hits the queue, so they're going to be able to get up onto the height. They've stalled out this fight brilliantly and returning to a duo now after being split so far. Nonomako, come on in and clean up team number 3. It's Ketchup taken on down. Right now, we also are hearing a respawn beacon coming out as well. I don't know who that team is. It's Eddie. Eddie is back into this game. Fresh off a reset with only an RE45 in hand. Eddie takes a huge amount of damages now, being ticked by not only bullets, but also the Maggie Qs as well. Thankfully, is going to be able to rotate on back, and as I predicted, it has gone into the checkpoint area. We haven't counter-pulled back out towards the trenches. And Eddie now in this corner. This is not the best building because no matter the angle, there is somebody who potentially can see you, particularly when you've got arc stars being put in like that. Eddie, with hardly any HP left remaining, and Maggie's looking at them, is not looking good. Meanwhile, Team 7 have got knocks, and they're potentially going to clean this one up. One player left remaining on the team is going to be the Vantage, and Paulino taken out. 9 kills for Jans, 4 kills for Nono, and 5 kills for Funnyface. Funnyface climbing on up. L-Star in hands, takes him down to just 5 HP. Jans following that one up beautifully. Brilliantly done from the two of them. Getting the damage, bouncing out, letting your teammate clutch this one up. Funnyface is now going to put out a Maggie Q onto the height. The height has to jump on off. Jans takes down Niaz and then takes down Watermelon as well. Our final 3 squads left remaining. And Jans' POV is electric right now. We are staying on board with Jans of team number 7, of Team Heretics, as they're going to be hoping that they can clutch up a victory in this game right now. They are being looked upon by Eddie and co from the cart. And there's a revive coming in again. And actually, Eddie and co have moved down to the bottom. This is going to be Team 12 who've just got the reset. And it's going to be CJ, AJ, and Vass. Wild. Meanwhile, Team 7 have pushed straight up upon Eddie and have taken down Fufu. Jans, 13 kills if that one gets finished on up. And now they're going to queue up into the building. They are pushing. They are getting aggressive. They are getting more kills. Jans, this is insane right now. Goes inside of the building, straight behind the knockdown shield. Down you go. Jans, what a game you're having. And now you've got a Kraber. AJ and co have now pushed on up. And it is a straight 3 versus 3. Freshly rezzed. Vasto is going to push on in. They've got the knock. They're looking for more kills right now. They get the finish onto Funnyface. And now with just 2 players left remaining, you wouldn't count them out. They've already clutched up tonight. in a 2 versus 3. Can you do it again? No, with the kills onto AJ. One player left remaining on Team 7 is going to be Jans. He's going to be popping those batteries and now swinging on up onto the height, looking to try and get the Kraber shot. The style points alone, I rate it, Jans, but it is not going to be enough. Team 12, come away as your champions. And doing that as a duo, freshly revived back into the game, was CJ. And they are going to take that one away, but the winning team, by far and away, points-wise, is going to be team number 7, Jans, Nono, and Funnyface. I'm going to find out who you are, Funnyface, because it's at the moment it's just derpy at the moment. That's all I can. That's all I can figure out. Can I? Oh, I can't click on that. That's all good. Anyway, we're going to find out who that person is because they had a quite wonderful game. Playing that one out brilliantly as a team. We're going to look at the latest match results. I'm going to refresh that one there for you, and you can see exactly what everybody did. Unbelievable performance from our second place team in particular. But I do want to give a shout out to our second place, a team who actually won the lobby because they managed to do that as a duo with some really great games. And I've managed to get straight into the next game as well. So we're going to go fast and quick into these games, which is wonderful to see. Just as a heads up, everybody, tonight, slightly different from previous weeks. Whereas before, everybody was in the same lobby. This time, we've broken this out into 4 different lobbies, I think it is, where people are going to be matched up with people of their own skill level. What this means is you're not going to get gold players going up with the pro players. Instead, people are going to be sorted into their own skill levels. A little bit of lovely MMR, which means actually the quality of the games are going to be unbelievably good. And I cannot wait to see how people get on because this is still solo queue. So you are going to get paired up with random people. Obviously, in the first game that we watched, Jans and 1K from Team Heretics got paired up together. Just a coincidence in that one. Next game, they're torn apart, and Jans goes, I don't need you, 1K. I'm going to absolutely come down as the kill leader of the lobby, and that is exactly what they did. As a reminder there, Jans coming out as the kill and the damage leader there. Back-to-back games there for Jans as the damage leader, but almost tripling what he did in the first game with 1,400 damage. This time, 3,200. Utterly insane. As I mentioned, though, because we've got the different splits, we are not going to have an overall leaderboard that I'm going to be able to pull up on screen here tonight. Instead, I'm going to have to just sort of read you what is going on in the overall leaderboard. So I'm just going to do that right now, and I'm going to tell you how we're currently looking. As it currently stands right now, we have got the top weekly. Here we go. Genesee currently coming out as your leader in the overall lobby. Genesee, I can see that you're in the chat. Let's go. We are certainly on Twitch here this evening. Also, obviously, on Shareplay as well. It's wonderful to have everybody watching across all the different platforms. And thank you so much for being here. But yes, Genesee, you're currently coming away as our leader with 340 points. Just behind them, Jans, with that incredible performance, jumps up into second position with 300. Level with Niaz, aim assist with 300 as well. Grilla in 4th position with 290 points. And then following that is going to be Fadeaway with 280 points. In our second lobby, we have got Zach Keys coming out as our current leader. Kodak White in 2nd. Reaps in 3rd. Merc in 4th. And D Cross in 5th. So great to see the different skill levels in terms of how people are doing between the different lobbies, and I can't wait to see how we get on. I'm going to hit you with a very short intermission as we're about to jump into our next game over on E-Districts, and it's going to be sponsored by the incredible folks over at Shareplay and their Play Bowl.
Shareplay. Shareplay.
As I said, we are going straight into the games here, folks. It is wonderful to see how quickly we're getting on in, and that is all down to all of you for playing along. We wouldn't be able to do this without all of you joining along, playing these games. And it's wonderful to have you here with us in the CCE Solo Queue League. If you'd like to join up, make sure that you head to cce.gg so that you can join in on all the action and play with all of these incredible people that you're seeing on screen right now. As we can see, however, currently Mad Maggie, Axel, Conduit, and Valkyrie banned as we head on over to E District. So that's pretty big because those are pretty much the four main legends when it comes to the Solo Queue League at the moment in the pick rate. So big changes afoot in terms of the compositions. What I'm already seeing is there's a couple Gibbies in play, and I like to see that. Both Tez and Nikez repping the Gibby. We're going to have a quick look here and see where the first fight's going to happen, and it's surely going to come from either Team 20-1 or 3-7. It looks like Team 3 are going to be the ones that are going to get aggressive, and leading his team into the action is going to be... It's weird solo casting, folks. Leading that push as aforementioned. Picking up a little stock for himself. And Team 7 have actually opted to dip on out of this one. So there is not going to be a fight for this one. There might well be a Team 3-7-19 fight. But the main one now is going to be team number 1, rocking that Gibraltar with Den Pride, Looter, and Tez. And they have got the height and the first damage. Oh my gosh, and the knocks as well. Alotzi and Cheese Supper taking on down. Tez, that was just gnarly when it came to your sentinel shots right there. My god. Looks like they potentially have spotted out the final player. It's gone around that corner. That is going to be all she wrote for the fight for now. Meanwhile, Team 9 are pushing on in up against Team 2. They've already got the knock onto Elliot. They're going to try and stick the pull. Looks like they're going to be able to do it. They do indeed. Gorilla managing to drag the player back. Sticks that res instantaneously. Will they come through the portal? We'll have to wait and see. Looks like for now, they are not. Meanwhile, other fighting is happening in the kill feed. We're going to try and find where that fighting is. It's going to be Team 16 up against Team number 18. And the host up, getting the knock onto Nazo. Arcstars being put out here by Genesee, as well as some Bangalore smokes to try and stop any type of line of sight. At the moment, they're not able to really get anything from this. Team 18 have backed on away. And they're now going to be looking to actually pull their remaining player back towards them. They just about managed to do it. So they get the pull onto the Seer. The question is anybody going to pull on through? You can see that they're coming around this corner now. And Bozo has actually sort of bounced on away. And I'm just going to go down to this fight. I don't know what's happening there. I went to the wrong team. It happens. Team 13, though. Killer. 10 HP. A very helpful alter Q coming in from Capo to save his teammate. Unfortunately, goes down anyway from Noises. And it is going to be a 2 versus 1. You can see a revive happening down below. Killer really needs to stick this revive as quickly as he can if he wants to teammate back into the action. In the meantime, taking down Merc. And the Homeless Monkey finishing Claude. He gets the Seer tactical off. Obviously, no longer does it stop a revive. And now up onto the height. Swings Killer. Does some good shots, but goes down for it. Capo, last remaining player on the team. It's not going to be enough. Team 13 out of the lobby for now. And we can see that we are going to be going up towards Bottom Drive and Boardwalk. And it's going to be Team 9 versus Team 2. So now, moving on up with the Wraith. Raze taking down BLG, but takes a lot of damage. Is now going to go up onto the high inside of the Newcastle shield. Brilliant movement coming in from the player. Just completely catching them out. Whips out the bow check, finishes them off. Last player down and out. Team 2 out of this lobby. 16 squads left remaining. Means that they're not even going to get any points for placement. Gutting to see for them. Meanwhile, we are seeing Team 19 getting hunted, and we're also seeing Team 1 and Team 18 in a fight as well. Brilliantly done there from Looter with the RE45, a gun that we're seeing so much of here this evening. They're trying to break this door down. Puts down some cat spikes. And some lovely shots there coming in from Looter as he goes round that corner. Unfortunately, takes too much damage and goes down to the zone. Nazo Apex managing to clutch up for the team. And the revive coming on out onto IM and Anniversaire. 3 kills. They are your kill leader. We're down to 15 squads remaining. Meanwhile, Team 6 and Team 9 also very close to each other. 44 damage onto that Valkyrie. I mean, this triple take right now for QQ is looking good as an Octane of all characters tries to pad straight on up, but it is not worth it. It was a bit of an aimless push. Gets taken on down. Raze follows suit. 1 player left remaining on the team, and this is surely going to be all she wrote. If I say that, we've got a Wraith, which means there's a chance. There's always a chance with a Wraith. Oh my gosh, brilliantly done from Zanal, who's now going to jump straight back on into the portal, goes inside of the building, is going to be able to grab the banner potentially, or even the he's about to stick the revive. This is wild right now. They've also got a queue available. They've put down some smokes. And they're bouncing in and out of the altar queue. As Raze goes back on down into the portal, they go once again. Zanal is trying to do what they can. Waiting for that player to follow once again and gets the shots off. Bounces back. This is wild right now. Now it looks like the team are finally starting to coordinate, realizing what they are doing. So they haven't all gone through at the same time. Zanal is trying their very best, but with just 50 HP left remaining, the Mastiff of QQ taking down Team 9. 11 squads left. But they managed to get the finish onto 6-7, which is pretty insane to see. We look at this ring and we can see that Team 6 and Team 10 are very close by. Meanwhile, Team 16 are looking to push up and get aggressive and get the finish onto the Homeless Monkey. And now they've come through the portal. Thankfully, they go straight on back through so they don't get hit by the Arcstar. Oh my god, that is a brilliant portal coming in from Noises. By jumping up in the air, it means that if the player comes on through and gets knocked, just as they did, they can't go straight back on through. And then that means that Team 16 are going to have to go craft their teammate back into this. Host up, getting a little bit too aggressive and too kill hungry. A little bit unfortunate, as we're now going to be seeing a Pathfinder from Aaron, and one thing I'm certainly excited for, I'm sure a lot of other people are, is going to be that Pathfinder buff that we are going to be seeing coming in from next week. Some lovely buffs, and it's going to be nice to see them back in the action. Meanwhile, Kinskem, who for a while was our kill leader of the last game, is trying to clutch up with a triple take and does exactly that. 2 kills onto Keys and to Didek. Taking down its Ketchup. 10 squads left remaining, and Team 18 are now looking to push up and get aggressive onto Team 5. They can't see because of the smoke. We can see. They can't. Arcs, frag grenades coming on out, and a really good frag grenade. Cuba taken down solo, and now they're going to get pushed up upon onto the height. Both Nias and one taken out. Cuba finished off with a plum. Beautifully done by team number 18. A killer piece for each of the team, I believe. Team 18 are going to be your kill leader with only 3 kills. Nobody is currently running away with this one in terms of the KP. Meanwhile, Team 17 have moved on up. There are 2 teams in the area. 6-7. It's having to heal up on the low ground. We've also got 9 in tow. I now can hear a player on the outside. 9. Lovely shots coming on out. Assisted by Pringles. And a finisher. Unfortunate for the Alter. 6-7 out of this one. As 9 is better. Meanwhile, Noisy Boy Riot has taken down some players. And Red also gets taken down. Unovesi? Sorry if I get your names wrong, but you've managed to clutch up for your team, and it is now going to be a 2 versus 2. S2 is quite far away from Red, who pushed up aggressively on their own. They're now going to hit the queue to try and bounce on over, and may even look to try and portal the teammates out. Instead, are going to try and fight this one. Frag grenades are now being thrown, as it's going to be a Mirage Res, but the Mirage Res does not work. Noisy Boy Riot did get it off, but then instantly gets hit. S2 bouncing around the altar portals from the enemy altar, but is not going to be enough. Anniversary, beautifully done. After already clutching up in the previous one, they win this one out. Now, we've got Team 17 and Team 6, both as a duo, as Bozo is now going to alter back on up to the ultimate, and they'll be playing from the height, looking down upon the team ahead of them. And Razro gets taken on out. It looks like they've actually managed to stick a revive as well. So QQ, who now falls, unfortunately, to the breach charge. It's just down to the final player left remaining on the team. It's going to be 6-7, who got respawned back in. They did manage to use an ultimate to get on out of there and get inside of the building. They're going to look to try and stick QQ to drag him on back, and will hopefully do just that, as they will live to fight another day. Meanwhile, we can see that Team 12 and Team 17 currently dancing around the building is going to be Noi, Ruskev, and the Homeless Monkey. And they've taken what they think is a good spot in the zone. The thing is, 9 has got some angles in. It's going to put frag grenades down, 29 damage. And then damage on to the Seer ultimate, but that is all they're going to be able to do. Meanwhile, IM has managed to get a knock onto Kizem, doing what they can. Takes down 6-7, who managed to get teammates back in. Unfortunately, it's just down to Ize, who's just not even close by. They get finished up by IM and Team 18. And another respawn is coming on out. Anniversary is inside of this building. We'll jump on board with them because of how well they've been playing. Noah Pairs Apex does get that kill. Shield swaps are plenty inside of this building. The Bangalore smoke is doing exactly what they need to allow IM to get the heals off. Meanwhile, in the nearby building, we do have Team 12, who are now up on the height, Devotion in hand, and it's a gold one at that. Noi. They're trying to hold this bit of height, and they've decided where they want to go. So they're going to be making the move up using the Wraith portal. It looks like they're going to be trying to play this little bit of height area. May well put the portal down on the stairs. Or inside even. That is where they're going to go. So they're going to go underneath here. Thing is, they have been Seer ulted straight away. And it's going to be double Seer ults coming on out. This is going to be IM and the Dane boys, who are now going to come around this corner. The thing is, they're now getting shot from the other side, so Team 18 may have got too aggressive right now as NZO taken on out. Yeah, he tries to shoot his teammate there. You know, it happens to the best of us. And it's going to be a revive for a revive happening right now. As Nazo does get back up onto the feet. And they're now getting swung upon. Alter taken down so low on the other team. As Team 12 are a solo and are now going to get pushed upon. Gold RE45 is something to be scared of. That is for sure. Thing is, they have cat spiked this one up and they are not allowing any type of push around this corner. They're doing a great job. They've got another Q if they need to stop this one, but they are in a rough position right now, Team 12. After making this early move over to this area, they're now just trying to hold on for dear life. I can't lie. On the other side of this, IM has been taken down once again. Looks like they're going to be able to stick the revive onto it. Meanwhile, Ruskov and Noi are also inside of this building, still alive. 5 squads left remaining, 12 players up on their feet. 66 damage. That Hemlock is doing a good job of stopping any pushes coming in from afar. Meanwhile, a Sparrow ult is put on down. And Anibase has actually just jumped up onto the height. Oniversi pushes on up. RE45 in hands. 97 damage. Means that Wraith is extremely low, but they get caught out. And it's QQ. The Gibraltar from afar with a triple take. And now the Bangalore pushes on up. A Sparrow ult is also put inside of the building. And IAM is going to fall. Last player left remaining is going to be Nazo. And Nazo is basically just going to do what they can to try and survive. Players are on the exterior. It's going to be 9. Bozo and Pringles. 9 right now with 2,000 damage. They're going to swing around this corner. They can hear the revive coming out. They are saying, no, we are not allowed to do it. But it's brilliant fire from Nazo, who takes down 9. The current damage leader. And now they're getting caught up by the devotion from the other team. Team 17. The full 3 stack. And now potentially going to fall as a Gibraltar ultimate lands on their heads. Pringles finished. 9. On just 1 HP. Goes down through using the Alter tactical. They're going to put another one out so that he can fall. But unfortunately for Team 17 and for Team 20, they're out. Meanwhile, the Dane boys are doing a great job of surviving, as are Team 12. These two playing it out as a duo. There is a full 3 stack outside, and it's going to be team number 6, who we saw earlier doing revive after revive after revive. Their stats must be utterly insane when it comes to the revive stat, because they were down as a solo multiple times. Meanwhile, Team 12 inside of this building. They moved here early. Yes, they lost out on the Homeless Monkey, but it has given them a top 3. In the chat, I can see Hydro and Hazel. Lovely to have you in here, my friends. I hope you're enjoying the action, as we have got a slow final zone pushing in. Team 6, you have to say, should, in theory, come away with the W right now, as you are playing up against 2 duos, but this is the solo queue league. This is Apex Legends. It is a never say never attitude for so many of these players right now. And they have got the opportunity to close this one out. The thing is, for team number 12, they're going to be relying on a Wraith portal to get on out. The good thing is they have got a Catalyst, though. And that Catalyst, if they can get themselves into position, they could potentially clutch up a top 2, potentially a first, depending on how the other fight goes, depending on where the Wraith puts themselves and the Catalyst wall comes out. We can see that it is going to be pulling into the open. They are going to have to move. We'll stay on board with the Wraith, who's now going to move on around this corner. They're going to play late, using the Wraith portal now. And the fight's happening above them. We're staying on board with the solo Wraith, or the duo Wraith even, who has made a move up onto the height. I don't know if that is the move. That's the better one. Going down onto the low ground. The teammate comes on through, and they've got the opportunity to put the Catalyst wall on out. Now the Gibraltar, though, pushes on up. Gibraltar bubble is well placed. And the thing is, they've managed to get the knock onto Ruskov. So Ruskov, though, falls The Wraith now as a solo, playing inside of the zone. They jump back on in, playing this one out, devotion in hand, taken down. And now Team 18, who were playing out as a duo, take the W from the other side. Team 18, your champions of game number 3. And they deserved that. My God, 18 kills. That is a showing and a half. My God, what a showing from them there. Second place did, though, come out to our Razrod, QQ, and 6-7 squad. Coming away with 9 kills. We'll go to the latest match, just so you can see exactly how it looked. And there we go. Our standings in that latest game look something like this, with Nezo and coming away as your kill leader with 10 of the 18 kills. Anniversary with 2,500 damage. Brilliant showing from the D3GN boys, or girls, or whoever. I don't know who these guys are. Please let me know in the chat if you are any of these players and which org or squad you are representing. Because, yeah, D3GN. Showing up right there. Absolutely love to see that from them. IM will also be very happy as well, coming in with a first position alongside. What I do have to say, folks, is with Mad Maggie, Axel, Conduit, and Valkyrie banned, it does allow a little bit of diversity. And it's something that I'm definitely all for, even if I am an absolute Valkyrie stan and want to see Valkyrie in the action. It looks like in the feed we do have 60 players in the queue, so I'm sure a lobby will kick off in just a minute. In the meanwhile, chat, let me know your thoughts on the action so far. I want to know what your thoughts on everything you're seeing is. If you've currently got any favorite players that you are rooting for, if you've just got anything in particular, do let me know in the chat. It's lovely to see so many of you in there. Crossover, Streamslayer, Genesee, Hydro, Hazel, and more. Please keep on chatting away and let me know that you're enjoying the stream. If you want to join in on this here, CCE.GG, get yourself over to the website, sign yourself on up and play. With this week, we have mixed it up. As I previously have mentioned, we have got 2 sort of lobbies going with different skill levels, and it is going to be matched via your MMR, which is going to make queue times a touch longer, unless we get more people in. So that's why you got to get over and sign up. But it will make the lobby slightly fairer, going up against people of a similar level to you, which is something that we absolutely strive for here at CCE. It looks like we're going to be having a small wait just whilst the next lobby opens on up. So I'm going to hit you with and a break. I might swap between a couple little adverts just in the meantime, but we will be back very shortly with our next game.
Shareplay. Shareplay.
Shareplay Marketplace. To get started, navigate to Marketplace from the top menu or the left side navigation. Here, you'll find a variety of items available to unlock and purchase. You can select individual items or add multiple items to your cart and check out all at once. Once your purchase is complete, your items will automatically be saved in My Collections, located in your vault. Inside your vault, you can view and manage everything you've collected. Items from your collection can be used across Shareplay. For example, you can customize your profile decorations, badges, and other visual elements from the settings page to stand out in the community. You can also use your XP points to redeem items in the marketplace. Some items can be unlocked at full XP value, while others may be available at discounted XP rates. And this is just the beginning. New items, collections, and seasonal packs will continue to be added to the marketplace. If you run into any issues, visit the Help Center or contact support for assistance. Head to the Shareplay Marketplace today and start building your collection.
Shareplay.
We're going to be going back into our next game in just a second, already loading up over onto E-District. And I can just tell you how we're currently looking in the overall standings. So, as I said, there are four events basically going on right now at the same time. The way that it works is it's split between your lower tier and your higher tier, which are named as bot and top. The names, if you head over to the CCE rankings, you'll be able to see this for yourself. But we've got it split is that daily you get a split. The top three players will get a split of $150, $75 to the winner, $50 to second place, and $25 to third place. That's going to go across for today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. And then we're going to be giving away a weekly prize pool as well. So the overall standings over the course of the 4 days, going down all the way, I believe, to 15th position will go away with cash come the end of the weekend. So you got to make sure that you're playing across the whole weekend if you've got a chance. Maybe you can only play one of the days, you've still got a chance to win some money. As it currently stands, we've got in the top leaderboard in the daily, we've got IM, 9, and Genesee as our top three. And in the lower tier, we've got Zach, Kodak, and Reaps as your top three. As I mentioned, though, we are going to be going into our next game over onto E-District. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody in the chat who is coming on out. Enzo, our winner from the last game, says, bro, really good cast. I appreciate you so much. And congratulations on winning that last game. You absolutely deserved it. That is for sure. Fadeaway also saying, yo, absolutely. Yo, indeed, my friend. Crossover says, Ben, do you know when we'll get an update on the Play Bowl tournament? I don't just yet, I'm afraid, but as soon as we have more information, we will share that with you. I'm sure the folks at Shareplay are cooking up a storm, that is for sure, and they will be sharing information as soon as they have it with us. Meanwhile, have a little look at the lobby and what our current bans include Valkyrie, Alter, Axel, Crypto. So slight change up from the last game, where we're going to be having a Crypto and Alter ban instead of a Mad Maggie and Conduit. So we are going to be seeing some Conduits in play as well as some Mad Maggies, which means it's not going to be quite as easy for the likes of Team 13 and the Dame Boys, who they were inside of that building. If there was a Maggie on the outside, they'd have been in a world of pain. Thanks to the fact there wasn't a Mackie, they didn't get killed. But there is going to be already fighting. And it's going to be Team 13 up against Team 1. Team 1 got the first knock. They're now going to get the second knock as well as Didek does fall. It is now a 2 versus 1. Fleshoot coming up from behind, looking to try and get that final kill onto Enzo. And it's going to be Team 13, your winners from game number 1, game number 3 even, who go out as your first team in game number 4. And that is insane to say. They played so well in that last one, and they are now going to fall to an Octane, Seer, and Bangalore team. Meanwhile, more fighting is already kicking off. Team 11 as Kinskem on the Gibraltar. It's going to be having to heal on up. They've had to use this purely defensively just to try and allow themselves to reset because they are in a tough fight right now up against team number 17, playing an aggressive composition with the Sparrow, Mad Maggie, and the Conduit. Maggie Q's being put out and almost taken down on Gibraltar, but you are going up against a Mad Maggie, which means that ball is not long left for this world. Down it goes, and they're now going to be pushing on up. They get the crack with the Mad Maggie ball, but Host Up gets taken on down. It is a trade, though, as one is finished on up. The thing is, it's a third party that took down your player. You have got to be super careful, particularly when you've got Den Pride, Zendikar, and KQ, the ones pushing on in. KQ trying to get some angles. Den Pride has dropped on down as well, and they can see them using those seer scans. They know exactly where these players are going to be. Round this corner, Seer Q gets put out on to the Conduit, and now the ultimate is out as well. So they're now going to get the scans on to those players. He's allowing his teammates to swing around the corner while he puts focus fire onto the other player. They now go in, get this knock, I'm sure, onto the Conduit. Thing is, you've got the Conduit Q, not quite enough. They do go down. Den Pride is going to close this one out, finish up those kills. I say that, it's a brilliant defense from Aaron. Not going to be enough, though, as Zendikar comes around that corner and finishes it up. They've got to be careful, though, Team 12, because Team 11 are here. And they would like to try and get some kills. Kinskem and Co, who backed out of the initial fight, are back for vengeance.
Enemy spotted.
And interestingly, they are going to look to actually play a little bit of a Wraith Portal, potentially, as Kinskem gets taken down. And Kinskem, what are you doing? As one is now going to go, you know what, I'm just going to push on up into this one. Trying to get aggressive on the Pathfinder. Unfortunately, no shield swap for them. Down they fall. And EST is just going to have to run. Zendikar did fall in that fight, but is eliminated. Meanwhile, Team 10 and 14 seem to be in a fight. I'm imagining Team 14 are down to just solo. They are indeed. It's just Selly left remaining. Selly will be running. Meanwhile, Team 1, 15. Also in a fight, we've got Fursuit, Ketchup, and Didek. Very close to Team 15 of Bozo, Pringles, and Easy. Fadeaway also getting a knock onto Invictus as well. So, right now, fights have been happening, but there doesn't seem to be one happening for right now. We can see that the ring is closing on in. We have to wait and see if anybody has got the scan on this. I'm hoping somebody will. Yes, there we go. And we're going down to Street Market. Rushkov, thank you for hitting that for me. You have got the respawn, however, and it is going to put you straight into the hands of Team 18. They've got the pings onto where you are. They're smoking it off. And they're now going to put some Skynades down so that you have got no chance to reset after that respawn. Cracks are coming on out. And now they go up onto this height. They are looking for this fight. They're looking to get aggressive. Smash in those windows. There's going to be some good Qs from the Catalyst. Unfortunately, that Catalyst Q is not allowing to be shot. Very weird. Also, for now, the freshly reset team of Team 9 are going to be able to hold this height. And as we know, this is where it's pulling. So this is not a bad spot to be. We'll stay on board with this 3v3. I know that there are other fights happening in the field as Team 14 are eliminated. But this is one with some interesting compositions. We've got the Mad Maggie putting down Qs onto the Watson team. As the Watson now swings around the corner, Harambe falls once again. Rest in peace, my brother. They are getting the reset, trying to get Harambe back onto the feet. We would all love to see it. Harambe, though, does get re-knocked as Rushkov takes a lot of damage. And it is now a 1 versus 1. Capo, it's Conduit versus Conduit. Capo doing what they can. R99, beautifully done. And down they fall. 18 out of this lobby. Team 9 clutching it up. Capo, brilliantly done. The Tarambe is out once again. Rest in peace. Meanwhile, team number 11 are in a bit of a rough spot because you've got team 12 very close by and pushing up. EST hits that Q. It's having to potentially tank a little bit of storm damage to survive this one. It's then, oh, absolutely heartbreaking there for EST. Tried to use the Octane jump pad to get shot off it. And is now going to fall. Team 12 are going to look to finish this one off. It's going to be Zendika, Zenpride, and KQ. As Denpride is being taken down very, very low. Denpride might well have DC'd there. They were not moving onto this. And now they're getting pushed up upon by Dio Brando, Mox, and Draken. Dio Brando, though, takes a huge amount of damage, so needs his teammates to do bits right now, as Mox is going to fall to the zone. Mox, what are you doing? Mox, get out the zone! Mox! Sometimes silence is louder than words, folks. That was one of those moments. Anyway, Draken picks up the banner, at least to the teammate. And the player along Denpride did DC. Heartbreaking for Denpride. The benefit here for KQ is they have got an evac tower, so they are going to be able to hit this and get into the zone potentially. They're going to put some nades down to try and stop something. And actually, they're going to look to try and go for this fight. They get a 45 crack, and they get the knock onto Dior Brando. That freshly revived player down on their feet. Now swinging around that corner is going to be KQ. Good shots though coming in from the Revenant. Unfortunately for KQ, it's all she wrote. Team 6 taking down team number 12. And this at the moment is the story of taking down the number that's W. Team 9 took down 18 a moment ago. 6 taking down 12. We look at our zone and we see that there is a lot of fighting happening right now. Team 20 right on top of team number 9 and getting looked upon by team 4. Up on the height, team 4 have put down the Gibraltar ultimate, and they're now going to look to try and get some knocks onto the players. Unfortunately, a slight misplay coming in from the Mozambique wielding Gibraltar. They're now going to look to stick the revive. The player comes round through the door though. Unfortunately, unlike the other team who have Castellis to block all the doors, they can't do that, and so in they come. Noyes is doing what they can. Nades being used to stop any type of push. And now a conduit ult. A Maggie Ball. Noise goes up onto the height and is now being hit by caustic ults everywhere. Team number 4 out of this lobby, and they are now going to be continuing to fight. Their killers, at least, will be of team number 20. 20 hears there is a player just behind them as Q goes down. Hydro taken out. And the Newcastle, our art connoisseur, down to just 5 HP, is having to slow heal this one up. Meanwhile, Team 5 are the ones that managed to pick up at least one of those kills. And then there is a team on the very low ground as well. Who is that? Team 5. It's Team 9 who are down on the low ground. So Team 9 on the far side. And now Oilbot is going to head straight on over to where Team 9 are. They put down some caustic barrels, but it might not be enough. Especially when the shots just aren't hitting. Oilbot, out they fall to Killer and Capo. And now this duo of Team 9 punching their way through those hard light windows. And making their way as quick as they can into the zone, round the exterior. They do have teams looking at them, and that is going to include Team 15, who have got sight, though, on another team. And Wagner out of this lobby, courtesy of some lovely shots from Pringles and a finishing blow from Bozo's Hemlock. It's going to be Team 5, S2, also taken down, this time by the car of Easy. As Easy gets third-partied by Brando, Totem, and Draken, who have managed to get a full reset from the inside of the zone. From the height, that R99 with just 4 bullets left after they've done this clip. They're hoping that they can do what they can. Shots from afar, but now just 8 bullets left for Totem. Draken falls to Killer. And they're now going to have to get aggressive. Unfortunately, they can't hear where the team is, and it's going to be the Mirage who confuses everybody. Gets the revive. And now Pringles is just putting out ultimates, is putting out tacticals, is doing whatever they can to survive. And with shots like that, Pringles, you might well survive. Not just a good snack with some salsa. Pringles. An absolute demon with the sticks. They're now going to move on up. Pringles queuing and queuing. They've gone for the double drill. I approve of that pick, particularly when you are playing the way that you are, looking to get aggressive. We're staying on board with the Mad Maggie, who swings around that corner. Gets the knock onto Capo. We go back over onto Ruskov, the last remaining player of team number 9. Ruskov is doing what they can, but they're just going to have to run. Playing on that Catalyst, obviously, Ruskov wasn't able to clutch up a win in the previous game. Ended up coming 3rd position on the Catalyst. And somehow, they have just not been spotted out. This is a wild right now from Ruskov. As Team 15, it's because they've been third-partied. Another third party in this action right now. Pringles is doing what they can, but falls on out. Bozo, with the Hemlock in hand, is not going to be enough as 6 kills. I wonder if this is 9 Impulse. I hope it is. Because right now, they are absolutely rocking this game. 6 kills, 5 assists. Not just doing it themselves. They are playing as a team with their squad. Kraber in hand, hoping to try and hit these shots. The only thing is, if this is 9 Impulse, then we're now playing on NA servers, which means you have got a ping disadvantage. It is a straight 3 versus 3 versus 3. Team 5, Team 9... and Team 19. Team 9 have actually managed to get a full reset. Big shout out there, Ruskov. Won't be playing it out as a duo this time around. And they've got the opportunity to go one better than the last game, where they picked up 3rd position. 9 trying to get the shots with the Kraber. Will, of course, stay aboard this one. Not hitting that one either, 9. Looking for the angles, and I have to say, absolutely loving that Kraber skin as well. Prissy in pink, that is for sure. And a 150 to the body of the Catalyst. That's got to be Ruskov and co. And now, actually, Red got taken down. Red just overextending slightly, and it's up to Wagner to try and survive right now, but they are being looked upon by these teams. It is a rough position for Team 5. I just don't even know where they're going to go right now. Team 5 having to play on the exterior, and you have to say Team 5 not looking good for this one. Team 9 in a better position. And they're now going to be looking to push up upon that last remaining player of Team 5, bouncing in and out of the portal. And for some reason, Killer has gone for this. They're going for the kill onto this. I don't know if that is the right play. That solo is not going to do anything for you, apart from get you 1 KP and take you a lot of damage. Yes, they get the kills, but it's now just allowing Team 16 to push up as Yellow is going to queue on in. R99 in hand. R99 takes down Killer. Unfortunately, they fall for this themselves. 9 on the outside. Q's on in with the Bangalore smoke. As Capo finishes off Yellow. 9 now coming in from behind. Going into the zone. Taking that damage and taking the W in game number 4. Team 16, you're champions of that one. And with 7-7 for an 18-kill W for your first place team. Fully deserved for them. Brilliantly done by 9, Yellow, and Tronfon. As we have a little look at the latest leaderboard, the latest match results, and it is going to be 9 who comes away as your kill leader with 7 kills, but it was Red, the Revenant, as our most damage. As a team, it was our second place one, with J Killer, Capo, and Ruskov with 5k damage, but only came away with 9 kills, half the amount of our winning team, coming away with 18 themselves. Pringles also did a good job alongside Bozo and Yari with 9 kills and a 4th position, which is certainly going to do something in the overall standings. Meanwhile, it looks like I might be able to get straight into the next game. I'm going to try and get myself in as quickly as I can. And I need to move myself into... Give me 2 seconds, folks. Sorry I dipped on you there, folks. For some reason, I didn't get the admin code, only got a player code, so I had to quickly just jump in with the admins to drag me over to the observer role so that I can get myself straight back in the action. But looking at this next lobby, going straight into our next game already. This is rapid right now. We're, what, 5 games in? I said game 4 on that one. I think that was our 5th game already here on the stream. This might be, what, game 5 or 6? And we're already 2 hours in. This is unbelievable showing from the CCE team, making sure that this is keeping running. Massive shout out to all the admins who are doing a wonderful job behind the scenes. But we are going to be going into our next game, as I mentioned, and we're going to be getting a World's Edge pick with Mad Maggie Band, Caustic Band, Crypto Band, and Alter Band, which means, folks, we're in for some Axel gameplay right now, and with some of these people who are in this lobby, I would not be surprised if we see some pretty devastating pushes from them. It might get aggressive, it might get a little bit scary. Certainly one that I wouldn't want to be in if I was a player. Just looking at some of these players, we've got some previous SQL winners. We've got some players who are just doing very well here tonight. And speaking of, actually, let's just have a little look and see how we're doing in terms of the overall standings as it looks. Right now, that last game, we were playing in the top lobby. 9 with the win does go into first position with 515 points. Second place, IM drops on down to 430, with Jans now holding your third position with 410 points. Just behind them is going to be Majin with 345. So there is a small gap starting to form with Ezekiel coming out as your 5th place player with 305. So there is a gap forming, folks. You need to make sure that you're getting yourselves back in and doing as good as you can. Meanwhile, over on the lower lobby, we've got Zach, who is still leading the way with Reaps, now into second position alongside Merc. Both of those on 190 points, Zach on 240. So small change up in the lower tier. As you can hear, though, everybody, we are going to be getting straight back into our next game. And here we go. 9 says, can I wish that you not spectate me because I do not hit? 9, you know that now that you've said that, I'm gonna have to jump in potentially. You did come away as the winner of that one though, in that last game. So you know where are you right now, 9? Oh, you're not in this one yet. Wait a minute, you don't... Oh my god. I forget that the stream has got a delay of 5 minutes. You've said, don't watch me. And in my head there, even though I'm live, fresh into this game, I'm like, oh, you don't hit in 5 minutes time? God, I'm dumb sometimes. Meanwhile, we're going to get our first zone. And it's going to be going down towards the south area. Very close, though. We've got Team 4 who are pushing up. And they're looking to catch out this team right now. We've got Yepta, Invictus, and Lucas looking for the kill. Yepta, now Octane queuing on forward. Swings around with the devotion. Unfortunately, shoots a door. We've all been there. We've all been there, Yepta. Thankfully, they do get the knock onto our crutch. And it is going to allow the reset to come on out. Our crutch is down. It's going to be and Funny Face. It looks like our crutch is going to be able to get reset onto this one. Meanwhile, actually, Team 4, who tried to catch out this team, have now opted to actually move away, which is an interesting choice, that is for sure. Maybe they're looking to hold this height. We'll have to wait and see. As Invictus does get stunned by the Valkyrie Qs. And for now, our crutch. Funny Face and R doing what they can. And they're now pushing up on a third-party team, and it's going to be a duo who must have seen a knock come out. They thought that they might be able to third-party this one. As Zendika takes down Yogi in the feed, and it's going to be Shiny, Mega, Rayquaza, and Deco, who've decided, I think quite rightly, to back on away. Because you've got the Valkyrie, you're going to be able to get up onto the height. Unfortunately, Deco is not going to be able to get up there quite as easily, so he's going to have to rely purely on their sprays. It's not going to be quite good enough. Shiny, Mega, Rayquaza might well have to hit the Valk ultimate to get out and out of here. Doesn't even have the opportunity. Meanwhile, they have now been pushed up upon. It's going to be Yepta who's come back into this one. And Dirtface does get taken on out. Our Crutch and Co. are going to have to clutch this one out because takes a huge amount of damage. And our Crutch is pushed on his own. Our Crutch taken on out. As it's going to be Yepta who also falls, and they have been third-partied by QQ. Apologies that my audio was just slightly moving. My microphone decided to bounce up and try and hit me in the face there. Never what you want. Meanwhile, Chef QQ playing on that Gibraltar once again. Swings around that corner. One player left remaining is going to be the Seer. They're using the Valkyrie stun to finish this off. Invictus out. Yepta out. Team 4 out. And Taylor is taking down Genesee in the feed. Meanwhile, KQ with a lovely spray with the car is now going to put an Axel ultimate out. Goes around that corner. Axel ultimate was destroyed, but gets the knock onto Noise. One player left remaining on this team. Oh. KQ, you absolute demon. Team 6 out of this lobby. Team 16 very close by and potentially might well face the wrath of Team 12 and KQ. Team 16 have managed to get Majin back up on and CJ back onto their feet. It looks like for now they are not going to push. Team 16 have got the chance to reset. Meanwhile, looking at the zone, there is fighting happening down at Thermal Station. And up on the height with teammates down. June. Not able to get the knocks. as Zuko fools themselves. Raise down and using that Bangalore smoke to break down the door. Team 3, your winners of the game 2 games ago, are out in 13th position. And Team 18 are going to be able to get that reset because Team 10 are just a solo. Meanwhile, in the feed, more fighting is happening up towards Epicenter. Chef, last remaining player. It's Ketchup knows where they are. It's Ketchup is not going to let them go. The chef told you don't need to make anything fancy. Ketchup will do. Cleaning up the squad. And Team 14. They know that there's somebody nearby, and it's going to be Team 11 who were holding them out slightly and are now going to be able to back away. Have got good angles, and that Valkyrie taken down to HP, I was about to say, taken down onto their knees. We're now going to be getting the Axel pushing on up. Ultimate looking for a player. Unfortunately, the ultimate hits a wall, so a slight waste of that one. There is an Octane pad that they can use, and one of the players does, and then gets beamed straight out of this one now. It's become a 3 versus 2. They had the advantage. They've gone into the zone. They've tanked damage. Tizzy having to heal this one up, hoping that teammate Chrisick is going to be able to do bits. Unfortunately, yes, they get the knock. They aren't going to be able to do any more than that as they fall on down. Crawling back to the teammates, Tizzy is doing what they can. They might look to try and stick the res onto Manitou. If they do this, it will allow Manitou to instantly stick the res onto Chris. And then Chris will be able to give some heals via the support passive. Meanwhile, Dizek is now up on the height. Is trying to find the players down beneath and falls straight into the hands of them without realizing a misplay coming in from Didek. Ketchup is going to be having to play a little bit saucy. That is not what has happened there. Down goes Ketchup. 1 player left remaining. It's just the Oz in boy. And it's just a death box now. Unfortunate. Team 14 out of this lobby. 9 squads left. And you can see Team 11 are inside of the zone. They are going to have to watch out because Team 1 has spotted them and is already getting shots on out. Leading the push.
Tango near me.
Knows where this player is. Doesn't have anything that they can use to push up aggressively until the Axel gets here. Unfortunately for them, Axel is like on the other side of the map. This is purely, just doing this themselves. Gets a knock onto the Axel. Or a shield break even. But they aren't going to be able to do too much more. They are hard split. Meanwhile, Team 12 and 19 are fighting. And it's going to be KQ. Our current kill leader with 7 kills, folks. Unbelievable. Axel ultimate. Hits and finishes. Zeta. Smokes taken on down. The Bandana Kid also falls as well, as does Mass Explosive. 1 player left remaining onto this team. I had to say KQ is surely going to clean this one up. For once again, more kills into double digits. 10 kills already. And the Bandana Kid is going to get reset. Meanwhile, all of the teams are fighting right now over at Landslide. Tizzy hears them come down the hill. Gets some shots onto the Valkyrie, gets the crack, and is now going to put an ultimate down to try and heat seek missile. Find somebody. There are 2 players here already on down. They're going to keep on pushing up, keeping on getting aggressive. And they're going to have to because the zone is coming on in. It's just the Valkyrie left remaining. The Valkyrie fade away, goes into the sky. Thankfully, they've got purple shield, so they'll get up in time before they get shot out of the sky. 75 HP. They've got the scans. They know where people are. And if they wanted to, they could swing around and get a craft over at staging. Instead, they're going to have to fall on low. And Team 2 right there. Wild. Meanwhile, Team 11 and Team 10 are still fighting. Tizzy, Manticore, and Krizik, who pushed and got aggressive, have now got a team coming up behind them. It's going to be Joker, Cheese Supper, and June. Tizzy fell to the zone. And they know that there's somebody right this corner. I don't think he knew straight away, but he did in the end. June taking him on down, as Taylor is also getting kills in the feed. On to Crip Vex. Team 12 have moved their way on in, as Team 10 are still outside of the zone, and they've got to be careful because there are players right in front of them. I say players plural because there are 2 teams dead ahead. They're going to have to be really careful on how they play this. Cheese Stepper puts down a Conduit ultimate, and this will give them the opportunity, if they so wish, to get aggressive. Well, June needs no question about this, using the leftover Axel Qs to move on forward. And on Horizon, they've got that lovely movement that they're going to be able to use. Now, Taylor takes them down. Taylor is having a great day. We've already seen kills in the feed, but there is a Kraber on the other side. Joker finishing off QP of SPS. And now it's going to put a Fuse ultimate inside of a Lifeline ultimate. I do love that, but somehow, how did that not kill the down player? My God, Fuse ultimates are awful. Bring back the Ring of Fire, I say. Joker dipping and diving, making their way out of this zone, as it is going to be QP who's actually got the Kraber. And now as they make their way into zone, they're looking for that Fuse. Misses the first shot. And it's going to be unlimited, so they can just keep on going as Fadeaway does fall to Zendika. Team 2 out of this lobby. 4 squads left remaining. 1 player left as a solo. And that is going to be that player from Team 10. It is going to be that Fuse. And the Fuse is doing what they can. Joker. Unfortunately for Joker, it's going to be QP who finishes them off. It's a 3 versus 3 versus 3. Team 3, a newly refreshed Team 5, and Team 12, who have picked up an unlimited ammo Kraber as well as a Gold Devotion, a gun which we've been seeing a lot of. And with Zendika now with 3 kills. Interestingly, KQ didn't want that Kraber, even though they are the kill leader. So an interesting choice. Maybe it's because, I mean, they've got Wingman Devotion. To be honest, I feel like that is probably more than enough for a player of KQ's caliber. Zendika is making their way over to them as well. We've got to be careful, though, because there is a team up on the top, and I believe that is going to be team number 13 up on this height. Looking over the lobby, and I have to say, this lobby here thinned out quite quickly, and it was pretty much all came from that last ring close, where everybody was just on the exterior of the zone, leaving the landslide area, coming through that tunnel. We lost about 5 or 6 teams in that fighting. Team 13. I've got a good position in zone. I mean, they have got the best position in zone, I probably would say, based on the fact that they have got this height here. Meanwhile, Team 12 are actually going to look to take the best position away from them. And it's going to be KQ who has led the charge for the team, now landing up on the height. Wingman in hand. And headshots. Onto team number 3, down on the bottom. Team 13, though, are going to push up from the height. This is going to open the door here right now for team number 3. Depending on how this fight goes, Team 3 from the low ground have got the chance. At the moment, Team 3 have probably got the worst position. But actually, you can see where this ring is going. And it is going to be pulling up over towards Team 13. So Team 13 have now got the best position in the zone. up on this height, and with an angle like that, Taylor gets the knock onto KQ, and this opens up the door now. They're going to push up and get aggressive, potentially. Especially after they got that first knock onto them. They have got a Mirage, however, and it's a Kraber from a Zendika. And now Team 5 from that low ground. Come on up, get the kill onto Zendika, onto KQ. One player left remaining, and Team 5 have done a wonderful job using the Octane jump pad to take the height. They've taken down team number 12. And it's a straight 3 versus 3. Taylor back up onto their feet. They don't realize that there is a player up on the height as Taser takes a huge amount of damage, likely to a Kraber. Taylor now using the Axel Q to move on around, and Dio Brando put down by Taylor's R99. Taylor, who had a great week last week in the SQL and the Comp Q, alongside many other French players, is come to play right now, and they want to see themselves back up in the top of this leaderboard. Just 2 players left remaining on Team 5. Taylor on the height is moving on down, and it's actually 1 player left remaining. It's just Draken. Draken with a Havoc. Has to reload. R99 swaps to them, gets the knock, but gets finished on off. People say unlucky 13, not in this instance, with QP, Taylor, and Taser coming out as your champions with 8, 5, and 1. A delightful 14 kill W for the squad. Team 13, your champions of that game. We go look at our latest game to see how we are doing in the overalls, and or not in the overalls, in that last game, and you can see exactly how everybody's doing. KQ as both your damage and kill leader, unsurprising considering how much damage they did, but they fell in 3rd position, and it came down from some good shots from our winning team, but also the Octane jump pad from team number 5 on the low ground coming on up, surprising them. They ended up taking away, I think, all 3 of those kills. So actually 4 of those kills for that 2nd place team was our 3rd place team, who came away with 13. So a brilliant showing. Well played, at least from our 2nd place, I do have to say. They saw an advantage as soon as they saw that knock. They knew that that was their chance to strike. Unfortunately for them, Taylor was just too good with those shots with the Hemlock from above, guessing the knockdown. And from there, it was easy cleanup crew for a squad of this caliber. We bounce on back over to me face. And it looks like we are going to be getting into a lobby pretty soon. Obviously, there is down the bottom left. Yes, bottom left. God, I'm awful. Bottom left, you can see that there is 77 in queue. I can see that Swaggers are saying that they've been in queue for a while. Reason why the queue times are going to be a little bit longer is down to the fact that we have split this up into an MMR-based thing. Depending on your level as it currently stands, is the lobby that you're going to get put on into. What this means is that if rather than sort of mixing everybody up, it's going to mean that you have a better quality lobby, but it might mean that queue times are just a touch longer. And so hopefully you'll be in no time at all, and we will be in with our next game. In terms of the overall standings as it currently stands, the rankings on that one there do slightly change on up, not on the lower tier, but we are now going to be having 4 jump into 2nd position. They had a great game, and obviously one that we didn't watch. We're also going to be having Jans drop out of the top 3, with IM coming in 4th position. So that is how we currently stand. We'll be waiting to see how we do before we jump into the next game. For now, I'm going to hit you with another ad break. Sorry. There's going to be a slight gap between this one and the next one, just whilst we wait for the lobbies to get in. But a massive shout out to our incredible sponsors down. We've already mentioned Shareplay and the Play Bowl. I also obviously want to give a massive shout out to this incredible controller, courtesy of Mojang, their Blitz 2. We have been doing, I believe, a giveaway. I don't know whether it has already finished, but make sure you head over to the CCE Twitter or X account to find out more. That's just CCE UCX over on Twitter. We're going to hit a small ad break. I'll be back in a sec. I hope you're enjoying the action. Let me know what you think. See you in a bit, folks.
Shareplay.
How to add play coins to your wallet. First, log into your Shareplay account. Next, navigate to the play coin icon in the upper right corner. Click on the Add Play Coins button. Choose how many play coins you want to purchase. Fill out your payment details and complete your play coin purchase. Your new play coin balance will be in your wallet. Use play coins to shout out your favorite streamer by gifting a super play and stand out in chat. Add as many play coins to your wallet as needed. Connect with other users and grow your community. Your Stripe account in Play Studio, follow these steps. Click on your profile thumbnail in the top right corner of the screen. Select Play Studio from the dropdown. A new window will load your Play Studio dashboard. If you're a first-time user, make sure to accept the terms and conditions. Click on the Create Stripe Account button. Search for your country of residence, select it, and continue. Enter your email and phone number, then click Submit. You'll receive a verification code via SMS. Enter that code to proceed. Provide your legal information. If you don't have a website, you can enter shareplay.tv or select the option indicating you have no URL. Search for your bank and verify your bank details. Double-check that all information is correct. If everything looks good, agree to the terms and submit. Once your Stripe account is connected, you can check your wallet by clicking the Go to Wallet button to see your balance and perform payout functions. Track earnings. Use your Play Studio account to monitor your earnings and manage your payouts. You can use the Converter tool to see payout amounts based on your account tier. Following these steps should successfully set up your Stripe account in Play Studio. If you encounter any issues, refer to the Help section or customer support for further assistance. To the Shareplay Marketplace. To get started, navigate to Marketplace from the top menu or the left side navigation. Here, you'll find a variety of items available to unlock and purchase. You can select individual items or add multiple items to your cart and check out all at once. Once your purchase is complete, your items will automatically be saved in My Collections, located in your vault. Inside your vault, you can view and manage everything you've collected. Items from your collection can be used across Shareplay. For example, you can customize your profile decorations, badges, and other visual elements from the settings page to stand out in the community. You can also use your XP points to redeem items in the marketplace. Some items can be unlocked at full XP value, while others may be available at discounted XP rates. And this is just the beginning. New items, collections, and seasonal packs will continue to be added to the marketplace. If you run into any issues, visit the Help Center or contact support for assistance. Head to the Shareplay Marketplace today and start building your collection.
Shareplay.
We're back, folks. We're going to be going into our next game in just a second. But this will be the final one on stream here tonight. I can see here we've got some new people in the chat. Adaptive says, whoa, this place is pretty cool. First time in here. Lovely to have you in the live stream and lovely to have you as part of the CCE community. If you're unaware about what this is, CCE, we have out this incredible platform called CCE.gg. Head over to the website if you haven't already. Get yourself signed up. And it allows you to solo queue or duo queue, depending on what your level is, to get some money every single weekend and every day of the weekend as well. That includes Friday and Monday. So for 4 days, you're going to go ahead and get yourself the opportunity to win some money. Each day, you'll get to play, and it's your best 6 games, I believe it is, across that day. Are what you're going to come away with. So it doesn't matter how many games you play, it's your best scores of those end up coming away as your overall standing. Way it works in terms of points are very similar to ALGS. However, everything is basically 10 times. So rather than a kill coming as 1 point, a kill comes away as 10 points, for instance, or placement even. We've changed it up. So it was that kill was, instead of it was 1 point, it was 10 points. We've now reduced it, so it's almost like a half a point. So it's now about 5 points for a kill. So it's slightly less emphasis on kills, slightly more emphasis on placement. So it doesn't matter what level you are, there is an opportunity for you to get yourself some easy points by just playing for that end zone. And it's something that we have seen in previous weeks where players have not got that many kills and yet have placed themselves in that top 5 and have gone away with some lovely money. And I hope to see yourself in there, Adaptive. Welcome in. Lovely to have you here in the CCEQ. And do let me know what you think of it, because it's great to always have new people joining the community. As I mentioned, the last game was a little bit of a big one for some players, including the likes of KQ, who was the MVP of that game. Yes, he only came in 3rd position, but with 10 kills and 2,279 damage. Fully deserving of that MVP status, that is for sure. Meanwhile, it looks like there's some map voting going on in this lobby, and we are going to be going over E-District once again for our final game here on stream. Don't worry though, Adaptive. This is going to be going on for another few more hours yet. This is just because I'm from the UK and I'm going to finish up a little bit earlier. So we've managed to get, I think, a good 6 games. I think this is going to be our 6th game in 2.5 hours, which is pretty good showing from everybody getting this on through. So thank you to all of you who are playing along from home. It's lovely to have you here. As we go, though, over onto E-District, we're going to be getting a Valkyrie, Mad Maggie, Caustic, and Axel ban, which makes me hope that we're going to see some Gibraltar, we're going to see some Watsons, Catalyst, and potentially some playing for the end zone. We're certainly going to see some Wraith, that is for sure. And one legend who we might see, we'll have to wait and see whether they will, is going to be Pathfinder, which is something that I would not be surprised if come next week we see a lot more of. They have just had some juicy bat. Stop. just going to hold it. There we go. I'm just going to hold the microphone. Pathfinder's had some juicy buffs going into next week. And I am very excited to see what people's thoughts are on those Pathfinder buffs, because it's going to change how he plays. I'm going to, as I go into the game here, I'm going to pull up what those changes are, just so that we're aware, just so that you're all aware of what we're going into next week. But they include that his grapple now has 2 charges. A flat 20-second cooldown has been introduced on that, which I think it's good. I enjoy that. But the zipline deployment has increased. The ultimate cooldown has been reduced, and it's faster setup and more frequent usage, which means we're going to be seeing ziplines all over the place. Also, field research now grants full recon perks and ADS threat as well. So pretty awesome for Pathfinder fans. That is for sure. As we go into our last game on stream over on E-District. We're going to see everybody spread here, there, and everywhere. We are going to be getting the classic Humbert Labs and Old Town teams very close to each other. And that's going to be Team 2, who is going to be Aquin, 7 Nors, and Magin. And was that Team 20 I said? It was indeed. So Team 20 with Eddie, Swag Battle, and Swag Milon. Swag Milon, it's lovely to have you in here. You said that you've been in queue for a while. Well, you are in, and you are likely to get straight into the action if you don't watch your back, because Team 2 will certainly be feeling like they might be able to push you guys, because that is always the absolute classic when it comes to E-District fights. Have a little look at that map, and it does look like we're going to be pulling on down. This could well be a Humbert pull. There also could be the classic E-Bank re-pull, counter-pull. That's the word I was looking for. As I'm going to have to try and find, have we got our lovely catalyst in here? I believe so. Has hit, and we are going to be getting a Humbert's pull. That was my first thought when I saw this one. So we are going to be going down towards Humbert's. We're going to be heading straight down to Team 2 and Team 20. However, I don't think it's going to be both of these teams, because likely they are going, one of them will come away as the champion. It is a pretty isolated fight for now, but if people are able to find this one, there could be a third party. Meanwhile, 7 Nors gets taken on down, and it is going to be to Swag Milon with the wingman, who has been missing out on the action, has been wanting in. As soon as he gets in, he gets that kill, and it's going to be our Mirage with a wingman, who is now going to use the grav cannon. Unfortunately, falls straight into the hands of Magin. And it's just up to Eddie. Eddie left remaining is going to hit the ultimate, and decided to back away, doesn't want the smoke, wants to get the full reset, and it is going to allow Aquin Employee to get revived back up, to get Magin back up onto the feet and healthy. And now they're looking to get a revive, but it's in the open. It's not safe. And now nades are being thrown out by Aquin Employee. And it's going to be a knock. Last player left remaining. Sentinel, no scope. Not happening right here. It's 1 player left. Down they fall, and unfortunately for Swag Milon, back to the queue you go. Team 2 clutching that one up as the Humbert team get the kills. Nobody yet around. Meanwhile, Team 10 with June, 4, and Mickey. 4, who is having a wonderful day. Currently sat in 2nd position, I believe. Are going to be going up against IM, who is now either in 3rd or 4th, I believe, off the top of my head. Team 13. They're playing this very slowly. I mean, it's a Watson team you're up against, so it's not an easy one to push. And the thing is that Watson will be able to get that window back up to full health very quickly, so Team 13, I think quite rightly, are just dipping on out of this one. Meanwhile, Team 4, and of course, player number 4, has got a Sentinel and a Mozambique in hand and is going to be looking to do something funky. All of these players are now on that evac tower, and they are spotting them out as Yogel takes down Fadeaway in the kill feed with a frag grenade. 4 up on the height with a sentinel. 88 damage. 4 is an absolute demon when it comes to the sniper shotty gameplay. They are absolutely made for this mode. Meanwhile, IM is not a player to be scoffed at, and is one that will certainly be putting up a fight to the best of their ability. Now onto this low ground. They're looking for this. Skynades expended. No damage for it, though. And now you've got a purple bolt for those Mozambiques for 4. As round 1 is closing, they're going to have to be careful, as it does look like Team 13 have decided to back on away. Moving up to this building, and now the Wraith of Stella is going to use that rift to portal their teammates to safety. I think smart moves going through here, because they have popped a evac tower, so it means that they can't fly quite as easily onto you if they had gone to the right. As IM is now going to move on away, and that's where they've landed, straight on those right in those buildings. Meanwhile, big fighting happening elsewhere. Team 2 have lost down on Magin, and it's going to be red. Of course it is, on the Revenant. Unfortunately, Red saw red, tried to get aggressive, and is now seeing the inside of a death box. Thankfully for them, Streamslayer takes down Aquin. And it's up down to 7 now, so he's going to come around that corner. And with an RE45 and a wingman, takes down Streamslayer, gets the shield swap. Because of the conduit ultimate inside of the building, they can't quite push up onto this just yet. The thing is, they can go on the inside. Tenmu, though, does get taken on down, and it's a frag grenade! Oh my god, that is unfortunate. Zeta smokes you inside of this building now. And it's going to be Yans, who is trying to find these players of Goddam and Jude, who are all the way back in Stadium now, which is pretty wild to say. Meanwhile, Team 14 and Team 1 are fighting. Dirtface is going to have to grab Crutch's banner. And the fight has ended. Meanwhile, Team 17 and Team 4 are on board with Team number 4, who have been taken on out, and Team 17 are going to pick up the kills. Fleeto with the PK. On a Gibraltar, what more would you want, honestly? As that is a interesting grapple straight up into their hands, but Kiwi takes them down. Now we go straight on board with the Gibraltar. Who can he follow on up? He has got his bubble available if he so wishes. Felito. Moving is now going to get inside of... Oh my gosh. They're getting pushed up upon. He's going to heal on up. Inside of the Wraith portal. The enemy's Wraith portal, that is. Inside of the building, they go. PK in hand. Hits that Q instantaneously. And for now, Fleeto is going to be able to get the reset, because nobody has pushed up upon this. Zendika comes back on through, and it's taken on out. 12 scores left remaining, 16 out of this lobby. And it looks like we're getting more fighting happening with Team 14, who've got Crutch back up onto their feet. They're going up against Team 5, however, with Curse, Diablo, and Yogi. Yogi, who has been picking up kills. I have seen that in the feed. And it's going to be Pablo, who's the first one to push on up. And Dablo gets the knock onto Dirtface. Meanwhile, the Newcastle can't put down his ultimate. Last player left remaining on the team is taken on out, and Diablo and co do finish them on up. It's Jans, however, who is the player that gets the finish onto one of those from a distance. Meanwhile, Team 17 with Ayom Dali Kiwi and Fleeto have got some damage with nades. And Kiwi will get aggressive onto this. RE45 takes down Diablo. Now finishes off Yogi. Team 5 out of this lobby as Fleeto goes down to the ring. Team 1 are nearby. Not really nearby. They're not at all. Perfect. All right, we're going to look at this rig and see where we are going. Team 4 have continued to hold this good position inside of the zone. Alongside Team 9. However, Goddam is down. Courtesy of Jans. And Jans is now pushing up upon this. Alongside Matt, Explosive, and Zeta Smoked. Jans is going to do what they can. RE45, 50 damage. An ultimate has been used. Deciding not to push up upon this because they have got a good position in the zone. They know where they have gone, though. Roughly, I say. Anyway, 4 has taken down Zed. And that is going to surely be over here. It is indeed. Team 3. Down to a duo. Dio Brando and Draken. Looks like they've been playing out as a duo here this evening. Now being chased upon by June. June, who is now up on the high, doesn't quite get up there. So he's now going to have to go inside of the building. Dio has got a scout. Thing is, you've also got 4 pushing up upon you. So I think it's quite right for you to try and get yourself on away from this.
Right here. Let's move here.
One thing to note, folks, is Vantage got some lovely buffs recently. And it's going to mean that when they use their scout, they can see where other teams are. They're going to get ammo back for that ultimate. They can see that there's a red box down there, so they might wait until that player goes and loots that scout from Dio Brando, which we did see a moment ago. Draken is the last remaining player on this team. And it's going to be Kiwi, I Am Dali, who have now spotted them out. You can see them going on side. And to be honest, I think this is the right move here from Fleeto. That player is going to take a lot of damage to the zone, especially as it's round 3 closing. And Team 3 do go down to the zone. Well done there by Fleeto. Not trying to get aggressive and just take a fight unnecessarily. The right move. It's Team 1. Now going to be looking to place down an ultimate as they look behind them and they can see people leaving the zone, moving up towards them. QP, who we saw in the previous game, go pretty crazy. Alongside Taylor, who was our winner. These guys were the winner in the last game. Taylor, we're hoping that they can do it once again. Lovely shots with the Hemlock, and it's going to be the Oz in boy who takes down 1K. They can hear a revive happening. He tanks the damage and takes them both down. Brilliantly done coming in from Taylor. 1 player left remaining on the squad. It's going to be all up to Ion Dali playing as the Bangalore. They're going to be doing what they can, but it is not going to be enough. 1 kill apiece for Team 1. Team 17 out of this lobby. Meanwhile, we can see that teams are starting to rotate through. Team 10 have got a good position as they make their way on over to the building. 50. And 4 is now going to go up onto the height with that Sentinel. 88 damage by 4. I think they think there's somebody inside of this building. Is there? There is. They're down on the bottom. It's going to be Team 9. Lovely shots there. 157 from Good. Damn! Unfortunately, they do fall. It's just up to George. Last remaining player. They know where this guy is. Round this corner. Good damn. It's going to give them some type of shield. And now they go into the zone using that void. And we'll be looking for some type of reset. Meanwhile, 4 has fallen. It's just up to June. They can see a revive is happening. The revive is up. And Noob falls. Round they swing with the Volt. Team 4 out of this Lobo. A Noob and Mirko and Cuba falling on down. 4 will get revived. Just about. They get the banner as well. And he's got a respawn beacon, which will allow June to get the full reset. The problem is you've got to be careful. There is a team nearby. And it's going to be Team 9 who are also sticking a revive. So it's going to be res for res right now. 4 is going to have to do what they can with that Sentinel. Charge it on up. And hit some shots. Meanwhile, 4 is going to go into the void. Trying to make a portal for the teammates. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too late. Mickey, unfortunately, wasn't aware of where that portal was going to fall. 4 is going to swing around this corner with that Mozambique. It's good shots, good damn fools. Unfortunately, a third party has come on out, so 4 will have to dip into the void to just try and find a home somewhere. For now, it's going to be behind the shield of June, as June is now going to be able to get revived. Right next to them, though, is going to be Jord, who's come through the void passage. And will be looking to potentially get the revive. No, they've been swung on out. And it's gonna be 4 moving and grooving. Doing a wonderful job of this. Unfortunately, a full third party comes on out. And 4, all of the MNK movement that they are able to muster. Just to try and survive for now. Oh my god, 4. Might be my favorite player to watch in the solo queue league at present. The movement, the Mozambique and Sentinel or Kraber action, it is just absolutely glorious to watch. Got the Q on back now. Hits it. Misses out on the speed boost, instead dropping down onto the low ground. Is now going to be playing behind the box. Obviously, there is a team just up on ahead. They'll do what they can, but Taylor takes them on out. We're now down to a straight 3 versus 3, and Taylor takes a huge amount of damage and falls. It's gonna be to Jans. Just inside of the zone. You've got a conduit on your team. Jans, it is your time to push right now. Goes up onto the height. Jans takes down the Ozboy, and with 1 player left remaining, finish them off, Jans. Team 11 come away as your champions with only 5 kills, but a very respectful W at that. Brilliantly done. Waiting for that third party and deservedly coming out as your winners, followed up by Taylor, QP, and the OZ with a 13 kill third place. Not to be outdone, however, coming in with 12 kills is your third place roster of 4, June and Mickey. Your latest match results look something a little bit like this, as we're going to be having Taylor as our kill leader with 8 and Jans with 3.151 damage. That is our 3rd time tonight across our 6 games that Jans has come away as our damage leader. The man has been shooting absolute beams all night, and Jans got his first win. I think that's his first win. That is indeed. So he got 2nd place over on Storm Point. I think he came away with a 3rd position a little bit earlier. So big shout there. Jans coming out with finally getting that win. May not have got all of the kills with only 5 as a team, but that will certainly push them up in the overall standings. That is all she wrote for the solo queue here tonight. Well, at least the solo queue stream. We will be continuing on late into the night. We're obviously at the moment over on the NA servers. If you are over in NA, or if you're in in EU and want to play at a disadvantage, head on over to cce.gg so that you can go join in on the action. I can see in the chat, Not Shadow says, I promise if you watch me all this weekend with a Kraber, you will see dirty things. I'm going to hold you to that, Shadow. I'm going to be back on Sunday with Scott Convergent. I will have a duo back with me on this side. Unfortunately, as you can see, Scott is still loading. He'll be back on Sunday. Meanwhile, we'll be back on Sunday. It's going to be 9 p.m. start time UK, which is going to be quick maths here. 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. Pacific, I believe it is, on Sunday. So make sure that you don't miss out. Come join in on the action. We cannot wait to see you and cast over you. From myself, I want to give a big shout out to the current standings. The current leaders of the daily, we've got 9 with 655 points, 4 with 525, and Jans with 515. You guys are currently going away as it currently stands with the daily prize pool money. That, though, is not the only prize pool going on, because we've also got the bot daily with Zach, Reaps, and Merc currently holding that top 3. So good luck to all of you as you continue on the daily. I will be back on Sunday to see day 3 of the weekly. I hope that many of you have enjoyed this. If you've only just joined the chat, make sure that you go over to cce.gg, sign yourself on up. Thank you to all our sponsors down below. And I will see you on Sunday, folks. Bye.
Shareplay. Shareplay.